Listen, man, no one's gonna tell you this, but I will. There is one move that, if done correctly, will shift how she thinks about you forever. It won't look dramatic on the surface, it won't make headlines, but it will live rent-free in her mind for weeks, months, maybe longer, because it touches something deeper than attraction. It hits that rare psychological nerve women are trained to ignore until they feel it, and once they feel it, they can't forget. See, most men think making a woman obsessed with them means becoming someone else, faking confidence, pretending to not care, or worse, becoming a doormat just to stay close. But obsession doesn't come from proximity, it doesn't come from chasing, and it damn sure doesn't come from texting her every morning to check in. Obsession comes from the unexpected, the moment she realizes you're nothing like the rest. And this move I'm about to show you, it separates boys from men, simps from leaders, noise from power. So sit back, don't click away, let this burn into your mind. Let's start with this. Every woman's emotional reality is ruled by contrast. And what does that mean? It means she doesn't remember what you say nearly as much as how you shift her, emotionally, psychologically. And the truth is, most guys don't shift anything. They just orbit, hovering around her hoping she'll throw them a bone, doing everything she asks, staying constantly available and calling it love. But here's the brutal truth. Women aren't wired to crave what doesn't challenge them. They need a sense of emotional risk to feel attraction, a sense that the man in front of them has the power to leave but chooses to stay. Not because he's desperate, but because he sees her. That's the key, and that brings us to the move. You walk away when she expects you to chase, not in anger, not in ego, not as a game, but in clarity. When she pulls back, tests you, flakes, gets cold, you don't lean in, you pull away. But you don't make a scene, you don't get reactive, you don't beg, argue, or try to reconvince her of your value. You just let go. Silence. This is not about giving her the silent treatment. This is about radiating a silent truth, that you are a man with standards, a man who doesn't negotiate for basic respect, a man who's lived enough life to know that chasing love that doesn't return is the quickest path to self-erasure. And the reason this hits so hard, because it's rare. Most men will try harder when she pulls back. You won't. Most men will double text. You won't. Most men will ask what went wrong. You already know. That moment, that one move, creates a rupture in her emotional script, because for the first time, she's not the one choosing who stays or goes. You are. And the shift in power? It's seismic. Now let me be clear. This isn't about control or punishment. This is about alignment. If her energy starts misaligning with yours, if she treats your presence as a given instead of a gift, you remove the gift. Calmly. That calmness, that's what will haunt her. Because you didn't get mad. You didn't grovel. You didn't try to prove. You just said, through your actions, I know who I am. And if you can't see it, then I'm not the one who's lost. That's a man. Now, let's go deeper. Why does this affect women so strongly? Because female psychology is driven by emotional cues, not logic, not consistency, but contrast, push and pull, expansion and tension. When you break the pattern of what she expects from a man, you wake her up. And most women today are asleep. They swipe past men like songs. They ghost and get ghosted. They've grown numb to attention because it's everywhere. But what isn't everywhere is presence. Real masculine presence. And presence means you don't need her to feel like a man. You don't need her validation to feel worthy. Your life is already full. Your focus is already sharp. Your mission is already moving. That's the paradox. The more you detach from outcome, the more power you hold. And the moment she feels that detachment, not as an act, but as a truth that lives in your body, her whole nervous system responds, because she suddenly sees, you are not here to chase her, you are here to choose her, and choosing requires that she rise too. You bring the fire, she brings the devotion. This one move, walking away in stillness when she expects pursuit, isn't easy, especially if you have feelings, especially if the connection was real. But that's why it works, because it requires self-control. And self-control is the highest expression of masculine power. Most men today are addicted to reaction, addicted to proving, addicted to seeking approval. You will not be. You will feel the pull and not chase. You will feel the urge to explain and remain silent. You will feel the ache of absence and still choose yourself. That's what separates. That's what leaves a mark. That's the one move she won't forget. You made it this far because part of you knows. You feel the truth in what I said. Maybe you've lived it. Maybe you're in the middle of it now. But remember this, your power isn't in what you do for her. It's in what you refuse to do to yourself. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about not abandoning yourself just to be accepted. It's about walking through the fire of loneliness without flinching, because what's on the other side isn't her. It's you reborn. When you become the kind of man who can hold the tension of uncertainty, you become unforgettable. Not because you said the right thing, not because you had the perfect look, but because your silence, your self-respect, and your depth left a space nothing else could fill. She'll remember that, because women don't miss the noise, they miss the presence, they don't miss the words, they miss the weight. And when you've shown her both, then vanished, you become a ghost with gravity. If this resonated with you, the next video goes even deeper into how women test men emotionally without even knowing it, and what to do when it happens. So go ahead, let it burn in, and I'll see you there.